It's time to meet the Muppets. They're about to hit the Australian big screen for the first time in over a decade. Hollywood funny man Jason Segel was on the green carpet at the Sydney premiere of the new movie with the man, or should I say the frog, Kermit.
It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Muppetational.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall's star, Jason Segel, not only features in the film, but also co-wrote and produced the caper. But he knows his place alongside his fuzzy co-stars.
Well, it's a Muppet movie, after all. You know, I used some trickery to get this movie made. One was that I just announced that it was being made before it was greenlit. And then the second was that I used any little bit of star power I had to say that it was a Jason Segel movie, but in reality, this has been a Muppet movie all along. Kermit's the star of the movie.
Segel stars as Gary alongside the multi-talented Amy Adams, who plays his long-suffering girlfriend Mary. Together with newcomer Walter, the trio try to save the Muppet studio by reuniting the old gang.
Are you guys the Muppets?
Yes. Hey! I'm a Muppet.
Even though the Muppets are the real stars of the film, there's plenty of A-list cameos.
We didn't have to make many outgoing calls. There's an intrinsic love of the Muppets, especially among comedians, and anyone who grew up with them. They're just such a force for good. So as soon as people heard that we were making a Muppet movie, I'll be honest, you want to know the secret of how we got the cameos? There's a Muppet signal that when we announced the movie, we shined it up one night into the Hollywood sky, and literally celebrities in their pajamas came flooding to the Muppet Studios, and then we just picked whoever got there first.
The Muppets team had the challenge of introducing Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, and the rest of the kooky cast to a whole new generation.
I was very lucky in a certain regard. The tone was already created for me in the late 70s, early 80s by Jim Henson and Frank Oz, and so all we really had to do was be faithful to that tone that was created and not try to bring any ego into updating them or doing any trickery with the Muppets. Just go back to the Muppets that we all love.
For the Muppets, it was also great to be back on the big screen together again.
It's wonderful to be back with everybody, you know. We've done some work in between, but it's just been so long since we did a big film, you know.
And there's one new Muppet who stole the show.
Throw me over.
I think that's an electric fence. It's an electric fence.
Yup.
The film has already opened in the US, taking over $68 million to date.
The Muppets have always been about artistic integrity, not cheap tricks. Check it out. Fart shoes.
This is going to be a really short movie.
The Muppets hits Australian cinemas January 12. It's sure to be a huge hit with kids both big and small, so check back at Switch in the new year for the review. And on that note...
Phenomena. Phenomena.